This Arc Warlock build makes you a true lightning god. With this build updated for the new build crafting system in Destiny 2 Lightfall, we'll be taking the Arc subclass on the Warlock to a whole new level. We'll be getting infinite Arc Souls, which actually do a really good job at helping you deal extra DPS for faster ad clearing in high level content. We'll be getting pretty consistent abilities from the melee, grenade and the rift, and overall with this build, we'll be able to dominate endgame PvE, even the most challenging activities like Master Lost Sectors whilst underpowered, and Grandmaster Nightfalls. Now we're going to be constantly generating ionic traces almost all the time, and Bungie did state not too long ago that they are planning on making changes to those so that they can provide us with armor charge stacks and perhaps even other benefits too. So this build moving forward is only going to get better, and I can't tell you guys how much I've been enjoying this build lately. It just does a fantastic job, even in master content, just as a source of extra DPS and ad clearing. And this is just me running around with one. Now imagine 5 other players passing through your rift to get that Arc Soul too, so they don't even need to use this build either. And the best part about this build is that your Arc Soul is going to get you another one back before the first one is even gone. It's just such a powerful build, and you guys need to get this set up ASAP. Now Lightfall has had some interesting characters and builds, but what if I told you that you could take buildcrafting to the next level? Well, let me introduce you to today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Now with over 700 unique champions to choose from across a variety of factions, you can truly customize any champion to perfection and then lead them into battle against some of Raid's most dangerous enemies. With you here, they're going to be running. Now what I like most about Raid is that there's just so much variety and so many different things you can do in the game, like choosing one of your favourite champions and investing all your time and effort into making that champion as powerful as possible by applying artifacts and upgrading them, and also making use of their skills and abilities when taking them into battle, because every champion is unique to its own and they all do completely different jobs. And overall the graphics as well in this game is just amazing. There's so much content that Raid has to offer, and the consistency of updates they provide us with is incredible. And right now Raid is going on a dragon egg hunt. All you have to do is download the game by using my link below, travel on an exciting AR adventure to find dragon eggs, and inside you'll find some incredible rewards from in-game items to unlock some amazing champions, as well as even winning real life prizes with a total value of $20,000. Head over to egghunt.plarium.com so that you can join in on the fun. So this is the best time to get started in Raid, and by clicking my link in the description or scanning my QR code here on screen, you'll get incredible bonuses worth $30. This includes a free epic champion, Drake, as well as a bunch of other goodies. So what are you guys waiting for? Download the game today and let's raid. Now firstly, as always, I will point out that if you do like this build and you want to see more top builds like this for Season of Defiance and beyond, then feel free to check out the full Season 20 build playlist, which you can find linked down below, because you might just find your new best build. But with this one today, we're going to take the Arc Warlocks to the next level. Now similar to my last Warlock build from last season, we'll be achieving pretty much the same setup, but with a few slight improvements. And of course, having it updated to fit nicely with the new build crafting 2.0 system that we got with Lightfall a few months ago. Now the most simple way to explain how you use this build in all types of content is first hold your grenade charge to consume it. This will activate Arc Soul and make you amplified. The Arc Soul will then attack enemies, generating grenade energy while making ionic traces that attract you. This will then give you more ability energy, and from here you'll just keep killing ads with the help of your Arc Soul, which will get you your grenade charge back before it's even gone, in most cases. And on the rare chance that you don't get your grenade back, you'll use your rift and melee to help generate extra energy, and spawn orbs by getting multi-kills with your weapons, and then picking up the orbs are going to act similar to the ionic traces, because with certain mods that we got started on, we'll get ability energy from them too, but for all our abilities. So we should have our abilities quite consistently to keep them up the majority of the time that you're playing. Usually, as long as your Arc Soul is hitting ads, then you shouldn't really have any issues with maintaining the Arc Soul, even if that's in a Grandmaster Nightfall. You just don't want to be too far away from ads to the point that the Arc Soul just ain't hitting them, otherwise you will have a few slight issues. Now we're using the Getaway Artist Exotic arms for the Warlock, because what this does is allow us to consume our grenade to convert it into an Arc Soul turret, while also making us amplified. Now in the Arc subclass, you will want to run the Arc Soul aspect so that casting your rift creates an Arc Soul so that other players can benefit from it too, but also because while being amplified, which will happen from the exotic, those Arc Souls are going to become supercharged, so they will get an increased fire rate. This second aspect we have is the electrostatic mind, which just means that we can create ionic traces when our Arc Soul kills enemies, and that's good because those ionic traces are going to give us ability energy, making it even easier for us to get our abilities back faster because the main 2 abilities you want are the Rift and the Grenade. So for the Rift, we'll be using a healing one. This doesn't actually matter, you can use what you want. And again, the Grenade is up to you, but you're most likely just going to consume the Grenade anyway for the Arc Soul, so it's unlikely that you'll throw them much. But the melee, I just have the Chain Lightning, and then the super, we have the Chaos Reach. But these don't actually matter, you can just use whatever you prefer. As for the fragments, we have Spark of Recharge so that our abilities regen quicker when we become critical. Spark of Amplitude so that rapidly defeating targets while we're amplified creates orbs of power, and this does stack with our mods for extra orbs too. But we also got Spark of Resistance so that we're more resilient to incoming damage while surrounded. And then the last one is Spark of Shock so that our arc grenades can jolt targets. This is more of a last resort to stun overloads if we run into them and panic, and since we're getting those arc souls from our Rift as well anyway, it's okay to actually throw that grenade once in a while when you need to. Now you don't actually have to use Getaway Artist, you can use some other exotics like Crown of Tempests. This will increase the ability recharge rate when getting ability final blows, great alternative. And the second alternative I strongly recommend is the Fallen Sunstar, so the Ionic Traces will give more ability energy, which actually helps your allies as well. I might make separate builds of these at some point, but just know that those are the alternatives if you don't have or don't want to use the Getaway Artist. Now there's 2 different ways you can go about with this build. The first way is investing into your grenade, and the second is investing into your Rift's class ability. I'd go with the Rift because getting a grenade back is pretty consistent as it is. So for this, you'll want to run 2 utility kickstart mods in the class armor. This is just going to give us Rift energy when we use it, and as this takes advantage of the armored charge system, we'll get even more energy when we have armored charge stacks, and the way we'll get those stacks are by picking up orbs. So we're going to create orbs with a Void Cypher mod in the helmet, which is why I recommend running a Void weapon with this build, and that'll mean we'll also take advantage of this season's art pack perk, Volatile Flow, which means we'll get even better at clear as well. Now those orbs we do pick up are actually going to give us even more benefits, because in the legs we have 2 Orbs of Restoration mods, which act similar to the Ionic Traces, so when we pick up orbs we'll get ability energy back to our ability with the least energy. But back in the helmet, we're using the Dynamo for extra super energy when using our class ability near enemies, and a Ashes to Assets for super energy on grenade kills. This won't work with the Arc Soul by the way, so you will have to get a kill with the actual grenade itself, which is why you want to throw that grenade every now and again. For the arms though, we have more ability cooldown mods, 1 of each so that we can chain between those abilities more consistently. And then in the chest you want your damage resist mods, and that's pretty much all you need in terms of the mods. I would invest into 100 discipline as a priority though, so that you always have that grenade charge ready for any reason, as well as 100 resilience for the extra survivability, and if you can, try and max out recovery to 100 as well for faster rifts. This is by far one of the most fun Warlock builds to use in Destiny 2 right now, and it's only going to get better. So I strongly recommend you guys set up this build as one of your 10 loadout slots, because I can assure you, you're going to find this build extremely useful, especially when Arc Surge becomes the seasonal focus for seasonal content in future seasons. But if it's not Arc builds you're looking for, then be sure to check out my new playlist down below, because I cover builds quite frequently here on the channel, and you guys might just find your new best build. But for now guys, give this one a try, and I'll catch you all soon for the next build. Peace out guys.